Hey, what's up, vlog? Just wanted to say that it's okay to film and drive at the same time. My eyes are on the road. Both hands are on the steering wheel. No problem here. What's up? Coach Austin here. Today we're going to go over transitions. Why are transitions so important? Because it's the fourth discipline of triathlon. You can eliminate literally minutes, and that can be the difference between winning your age group or losing your age group, or winning a race and losing a race. You need to separate T1 from T2. They're completely different actions. We're going to start off with transition number 2 and how to eliminate the movements and bring it down to the smallest amount of movement to increase the speed of your transition. Transition is equally important as the other 3 disciplines. Many of you may know my company name is called FastesT Transition. So to walk the walk, not only do I practice transitions often, I've actually won a race. Check this out. Stanford Triathlon. I didn't have the fastest swim, bike, run, but I did have the fastest transition, which made the difference between winning the race and becoming 3rd or 4th. Had a faster transition, but slower run. Yet, I still won the race because my transitions were the fastest in the game. In order to walk the walk, I actually coached 2017 Fastest Transition National Champ. Good job, Grant. Practiced my transition hundreds and hundreds of times. So you're talking to a man who walks the walk with his actions, race history, and his coach history. Fastest way to eliminate time. It takes 0 fitness and very little practice. So I'm gonna go over some of the things that helped me grow my business and helped me win a race. Not that I had the fastest swim, bike, or run, but the transition was faster, and that made the difference between winning and losing. So there's some rules of transition. First rule, transitions are not for rest. Go hard through transition, you minimize your movements, and you get the heck out of there. If you need rest, resting on the bike, on the downhill, or before you jump off the bike, if we're moving while resting, we're making forward progress. On the bike, you can stand completely still and still recover. Rule number 2, no sock. What's the point of socks? If you need socks, you're soft. Rule number 3, learn the flying dismount. You don't feel confident with your balance and your movements on the bike, you're not gonna be successful long-term in triathlon unless you can learn the flying dismount. So I set up a transition behind me, and we're gonna go over our transition 2 in order to be able to eliminate movements to have the fastest transition in a race. All right, so let's check out the transition we set up. I'm just doing this little makeshift transition here. I put a resistance band. So anyways, enough talking, let's get to work. First, let me get on my race kit. All right, so let's get to work. So what I want you to do is I want you to leave some space so you can put your feet here and wipe them off. Lay my hat upside down with my bib and sunglasses in it. So it's like a little bowl. If you need socks, you're soft. You haven't trained enough without socks. Sunglasses, race bib, and hat. All right, let's practice our flying dismount.
So we're gonna watch this full speed first. So notice I undo the strap, I create space, I grab the cycling shoe by its toe, I pull out the heel, set it on top of the shoe before I start pedaling. You don't want to pedal before your foot's on top of the shoe. If you did, the shoe would get jammed against the ground, throwing the back wheel up and throw you over the handlebars. Anyways, back to where we were. We take that left leg and swing it up and over the bike, making sure we plant it on the ground behind the right foot that's still planted on the shoe while I'm holding the brakes in a controlled manner. As soon as I hop off the bike, I start transitioning the bike over to the side. I feel most comfortable running with the bike being controlled by the seat. As I'm running, I start taking off the helmet. You're gonna need to practice taking the buckle off with one hand. Immediately take it off. In Ironman, you're allowed to take off the helmet as soon as you dismount. Then you run over to the rack the bike without knocking over anyone else's bike. They set down the helmet without breaking it or losing it. Then grab your shoes right and left while in the crouch position. Make sure the tongue of the shoe isn't folded on the top of your foot so your foot doesn't fall asleep while you're on the run. Grab everything you need, hat, bib, sunglasses, nutrition, and then run as fast as you can to the transition exit. From this point on, I'm putting on my hat, my sunglasses, my bib for a record transition time.
It's going to be important to train every single step of the way. So you're going to need to practice taking the foot out of your shoe. You're going to need to practice swinging the leg over the bike. You're going to need to practice the timing of hitting the brakes and putting that back foot behind the front. You're gonna need to practice taking off your helmet with one hand in one foul swoop. You're gonna need to practice holding on to your seat and balancing the bike while you're running, and also being able to steer it while you're running. You need to put down the helmet, put on the shoes without hesitation. That means practicing putting on your shoes. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. And then grabbing everything else and taking care of it on your way out because you already have your shoes on. There's no reason to waste time and stay in transition any longer than you need to.
Thank you for watching my Transition 2 video. If you learned anything, please comment below. It really helps me out with those algorithm fairies. Or you can email me at fastesttransition@gmail.com. Again, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Till next time, later.